it's a fountain. It just looks like she's having a dandruff attack. So I'm going to go and I'm going to turn on the fly key, which is the digital video effects unit. Hit that. Okay. And now I can move her over to the side. Make her bigger or smaller. All right. This is a giant bird bath, a giant turkey washing itself. Okay. So, you know, you can just, obviously, if she was full frame. There's a little bit of bleed through up there. Okay. So it does a pretty good job of chroma keying, but you know, like we can rotate. We can go to rotation or change your aspect. All that things we did. This is, you know, instead of using the joystick, we can manipulate this. Right? We can crop it. So, for example, I'll turn on the vertical crop and left top edge. If let's say we wanted to cut her in half, just get rid of half enough we wanted to see how I can crop things out. So that if I was fitting her into a box, I can crop out the image or parts of it. Okay. And then the left. The left. And the right. Where the hell there it is. Not that we want to do it, but sometimes you're doing, like if we had her chroma keyed and she was in front of that green, just the background, and the black was in it, well, those curtains would still show up. So the curtains would appear over there, so we could mask or crop those out, see? So you can get rid of junk, stuff that you don't want it to see. Okay. So now, because I've got that, I might want to store that in the memory registry too, right? That's an MLE1, so I would go MLE1, decide where to store it, right? And then I could recall it any time. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So we won't do it. So let's say we're on the air. Oh yes, we are. Okay. So now I want to dissolve to Barbie reporting about the latest bird bath in the community. Okay, so it's on MLE1, so let's go back to MLE3, preview. Okay, so notice when I'm bringing what I created up in MLE1 into on air. Now I can cut or dissolve, go hard white to Barbie. Okay, this is good, I forgot something. So if I did want to do that white is way too fast, right? Because it's on a 10 frame transition. We'd want to slow that down to maybe 60 frames or something. So how do we change the times here? So we go to the memory module. Notice there's a bank of buttons here. Okay, fade rate, MLE rate, key rates and stuff. So I'm going to choose we want to change this in MLE3 from 10 to 60 frames. So I choose MLE3. And what's this called? The transition module, the MLE rate. So I choose MLE rate here. Okay. And then I'm going to see it's currently at a 10, like it's reporting. So I'll key in 60 frames and enter. Now it's 60 frames. So now when I do, okay. So any of these auto transitions, you can change the auto fade rate or dissolve rate. So if I wanted to change this fade rate on the CG from 10 frames to 20 frames, make it slightly slower fade out, I have MLE3 chosen. I do the key rate, because these are the keyers, right? Look, key rate, and then make it 20. Okay. Now the thing is, it does all four of them at that. You can't do each one individually. key something on, fades out slower. It looks pretty tacky going slow, so I'll just bring it back to 10 frames. Cut it on. Okay, so, and notice, you know, whatever is on air, right? ME1 program is on air. Notice if we go up to the ME1, we can see which buttons are being taken to air. They're the red ones. Right? If I go ME2, they're slow, and now they're on preview. Okay? So, you know, it's a pretty smart little piece of work. Now the neat thing is I gotta show you something cool. Okay, so we got that. Turn this thing on. Turn that on. Let's go back up to ME1. Over there. Okay. What I do is, guys, this is gonna be okay. So now the director says, the show's over, fade to black. What the hell am I gonna do? I could, you know, I could do this. Oh, I can't. Oh, this is in the middle. So now it won't work. That should have been built somewhere. Okay, so can't do it. The only thing I can do is go to this little module here. It says fade to black, and the transition rate is 20 frames, and so it takes the whole switch. So if I hit that, watch, this is really amazing. I hit it, and nothing happens. It's kaput. When they upgraded to Emily, you know, Emily 2 used to be here. Okay. Now it's up here and sharing the buttons. And this is the new MLE. They didn't program it, so I have to go in and fix that so that it actually does fade to black. So, you know, that's on all switchers. All production switchers have a master fade to black, so it just takes everything out. Okay, so that'll be working eventually, hopefully. Okay, the next thing we want to look at is, remember when we were out on the floor and I said there was those little BNC connectors so we could feed a signal out to the floor? You know, we plug a monitor in. Okay, so let's say we're doing a show where we have a monitor and it's part of the set, and so we want to send a CG or a video that's going to be on it while the presenter's presenting, right? So we want to do that going through the aux bus. So if we look at it, we talked about these custom controls. Instead of just having 24 custom controls, we created little macros in the first 4 buttons because you can have up to 100 custom controls. So if I go B1, okay, I have 20 custom controls on that bank. B stands for bank. If I go to B2, there's another 20 custom controls. B3, another 20 custom controls, and B4, more custom controls. So notice when I go to B4, I have a little macro that says turn on the aux bus buttons. Hit that. Notice this is no longer MLE1, it's the aux bus in the top bank here. So if this is aux1, notice we have CG1 in it. Let's say I want to put still 3 in it, and still 3's in it. If I go to aux2, let's put that SMS2 in it. So go SMS2 into the aux2, okay? And then let's say we want, instead of Ken, we want Barbie in aux3. So we go aux3, there's Barbie and aux4. This Ken. Whoop. Ken. No, Ken. There we go. Okay, so you're saying so. Okay. But now we could have 4 separate monitors out on the floor or whatever, and we could have a different picture on each one, and that video could be rolling. So now what we do is, let's say we have 2 monitors out, so we don't need aux 3 and 4. We have 2 monitors out on the floor, and they're on the set. We would go to the router here, and we go to the destination, and we go to the spigot, the BNC on that wall, the bulkhead, and then I go to the destination side and find aux 1. There it is, and then I can send it what we're seeing up there, right? And then the other BNC connector, I could go to it and then give it aux 2, so we have that video playing in it, and we can get out of the aux bus here by hitting select. Now it's MLE1 again. So let's say the director says, okay, on cue, I want the picture on aux 2 to change to camera 2's picture, for example, right? So I'm going to turn on aux 1, right? And on cue, just like you're going to change something on there, you're going to change, what did I say I was going to put? Camera 2, right? And so that would change in the monitor up on the floor. So it's it's just that's why they call it an aux bus. And it's an auxiliary bus, because that's a bus, right? Each one of these rows is a bus. And oh yeah, the most complicated thing. I'm just joking. So I'm going to put SMS2 up, and I'm going to queue it. So as soon as I get an SMS soft metal server, which is playing that video on SMS2, I'll queue it. So it's now queued, it's not running. Okay. So we've got it ready there. Okay. And when the director says, okay, take SMS2. Notice there's this button that's lit up here. It says roll clip. That anytime I hit this or this, it's going to roll that video automatically just before we take it. So watch. When I cut it, it'll be in motion. Cool, eh? So it'll roll your videos for you. So if we get back out of it, cue it again. I can go in and change, load other videos up and stuff. Then up here we can have a sort where we can do what's called the preview overlay. So source ID. So it's there. Some guy wants it. So it's telling us what's on air is camera 2, and it's ready to wipe to SMS2. So see, it's on a wipe. If I go dissolve, it's going to dissolve.
How did you bring that up, sir?
Just up here in the preview overlay. Okay. Also, I could bring up the VTR time code, and it's showing us that SMS2 is on air, and it's counting down, so there's 2 minutes and 19 seconds left in that video. So, and then we can put the save titles up. We can put the center up if you wanted to have some, frame something dead center. Put this weird clock up, and so it has those options as well. And that's it. So
I was wondering, when we cut to commercial, then we should dip to black and then
just
back
dip
up.
to black, yeah.
And then we roll the clip, right? So in the with the other switcher, it's like the preset.
Preset background, so, yeah, that's this.
Okay,
so let's say we're on. Let's say Ken's introducing this clip. SMS2. So I'm sure you've all seen this where, like on a talk show, the host says, well, let's look at this clip from the latest movie. They always dip to black and then they fade up, right? So that was too slow, right? It wants to be fast, so let's go back. Okay. Then we'll put can up, pardon me, can, okay. So now, cue the clip. And so if we push PST background, okay, look what it did automatically. It put black up for me. Now I can go really quickly and I'll go. So let's do that again. Okay. Okay. So black. Okay. I'm gonna dip down. As soon as I dip down, it automatically selected, what we wanted. And then when I bring it back up, I notice it turned itself off. It's not going to do it every time. It just does that transition, and that's how sometimes we go to commercials, right? Like. I will be back after this break commercial, right? And that's about it. There's other stuff we don't need to worry about at this point. But so you should all be posed now, yeah, this. Okay. So I'm gonna get up, and what time did I say for them to come? About 10 after 8, so we're okay. Who wants to sit down? And we'll just, people can try a little bit. Go on.